I made this video as a way to share my progress through Liberty training with Goose, with my dear friend and mentor, Robin Gates, as well as some of you who have been asking me how Goose has been doing. Those of you who know Goose know he is very spooky, flighty, high energy, and a little full of anxiety. To be able to walk down this driveway with dogs barking at him is a testament to how well this training has worked with him. He's calm and at ease, and we are connected. Note the slack in the lead rope as we're walking towards the entrance gate. Normally he would be pulling away from me, spinning around in circles, head straight up in the air in a panic. He would always balk going into an arena. He would back up in fear, or he would push bully past me through the gate and then whip around to try to run back through the other way. So here I've asked him to halt and wait, and I call him to me through the gate, which he walks through willingly, relaxed and happy, turning around calmly. Now once we enter the arena, I always start all of our sessions off where I'll take off his halter, lead rope, let him kick his heels up, get his energy going, run him around the ring a little bit, get him all fired up to engage and play, and then I'll call him up to me. You can see he's engaged, he's looking, he's happy. We connect here, and I ask him to companion walk with me up to our starting point at the other end of the ring. Here I pull him in closer, just testing our connection. Now, the beauty of Liberty training is that he is completely naked. There's no halters, there's no lead ropes. It is his choice to be engaged and interact with me, and he's in seeking mode. He could be off in a corner eating grass or running around the ring like a crazy horse, but he's choosing to be in this relationship. So here we go, companion walking. I'm walking at a nice brisk pace, but in a moment here I'm going to slow my pace down, and Goose matches my pace. So we can walk fast together, we can walk slow together. Here I pick up the pace again, and we're going to make a nice pause. I halt. He realizes he got ahead of me. He stopped. He backed up to where he should be. We reconnect and we continue forward. We'll make a left-handed turn and go back down the center line, walking and wowing back to our starting point. Goose was a horse that would stand in a field with his butt towards me at the furthest corner that he could find, not wanting anything to do with me. And now here he is, connected and engaged and happy in this relationship. So next I'm going to go off to the right here with Goose. Now I'm going to be along the rail. This is significant because whenever you make a right-handed turn, when obviously I'm on the left side of him, I'm taking up more of his territory. So it's just demonstrating, that I'm the one in charge of this relationship. And when he starts to stray off slightly, I step back to the left, he re-engages, and we continue on our path to the other side of the ring. Here I'm doing a tight turn, having him come around me, and now I'm going to push him back over to the right again. And we'll make our way back around, right-handed circle and down the center line. So we can make right turns, we can make left turns, we can halt, we can walk fast, we can walk slow, and all the while he is engaged and really enjoying himself in this relationship. This next clip is interesting. Goose was very abused before by a very ugly horse trader who beat him. He was beaten with whips, he was beaten with a pitchfork, he was beaten, he was pulled to jump higher. When I first got him, he would not let me move around him, period. He would always turn to face me. So if I was off on one side, he would rotate around and follow me around. He would not just stand still. So the purpose of this is to demonstrate how he will stand still, and I can actually touch him and rub the whip all over his body. Now I'm going to hang the whip from his left ear. And you can see his face. He's happy, he's relaxed, he's licking, he's chewing. He is in full trust mode with me. Sweet boy. Now the right side is the side that he has the most confidence issues with. We now are able to hang the whip off of the right ear as well. And he doesn't run away in a panic as he used to. He doesn't stand there shaking, which is something that we had to overcome. Now I'm standing behind him, and again, he would have turned around or run off or tried to face me. And the goal of this is this exercise sets up for the next clip that you'll see. But here I'm getting him to stand still and turn his nose back to me. And now I'm doing a motion to hook his nose and turn him around in a complete 180 and have him halt facing me. This sets up the ability to now then send him by directing his nose to a point where he'll stand and wait and direct him to another point. So here I turn him around again, complete 180 and halt. Good boy. So we showed that.
I just recorded that whole time. My apologies.
So here the object of this game is I have 2 cones set up. I'm directing Goose over to one cone. There's a food bucket at each cone. He has to stop at the cone and wait for me to tell him that he could put his head down and eat, take a bite of the treat. At which point I have him pick his head up, and then I have him wait and enjoy his mouthful before I send him to the other cone. This was a challenge when we first started working. Once he decided to be in this bond with me, he became very gluey, very sticky, and we could companion walk, we could companion trot together, but I could not send him away from me. I could chase him away from me. He would always leave me, but I couldn't direct him to a point and have him wait and then eat and pick his head up. So now we're at this has become his favorite game. As you'll see in a minute, he'll start trotting, in between cones to get his bites. So here I direct him off to go. Here he goes, happy boy. Over to his next cone where he waits. And then I tell him head down, and he gets his bite. Head up. Head up. Transitioning back from being able to send him to the cone for him to get his treat. Now back to companion walking, where he sees the cone, he sees the bucket. He just wanted to run to the bucket and get his food. So I'm reconnecting with him on this little walk around. As we walk and pause, on the way to the cone with the bucket, I had to chase him off the food until I could call him up, and he realized I was the one that had to take him to it. He wasn't able to just go there anymore and get it on his own. So now that we've reestablished the new game that we're playing, which will now be to come off of the food, and we're going to go and do some companion trot work to the left and then again to the right, making turns, stopping from the trot to a halt, and then we're going to back up a few steps and then go forward to our reward. So here we pick up our trot. And we halt. We take a couple of steps backwards together. We proceed forward happily towards our food, but we're not going to run willy-nilly and dive into it. We keep our connection. He says, please, please, can we go get it now? Wait. Head down. Good boy. Now I have him pick his head up. And we're going to try going in the other direction. You hear I'm going to make the right-handed turn, which again, to my friends that are just starting into the Liberty training, that's a little more significant and more challenging to make a right-handed turn because you're taking more of their territory. Well, this journey into Liberty training that I've been on with Goose has been extremely rewarding, and I hope that this has been informative for my friends that have been curious about our progress, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you. And to Robin, I am eternally grateful. None of this would have been possible without your help and your guidance. I love you.